Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Saeid, and in today's video we are gonna mix some of these APIs that are out there. One of them is Binance Exchange API, which you can use to develop some bots that can do algorithmic trading for you, or like get historical information from the market. For instance, get the BTC price, like real-time price. And the other one is Telegram bots that you can use for automation or building some applications for yourself and for your users actually. And you can use Telegram to make money. Basically, they implemented some tools recently that you can merge, for instance, Stripe or other providers with your application and get money from your users. Actually, they have another cryptocurrency for themselves called Ton, which is really cool. And after that, we are gonna merge these two with Python Telegram bot, which is a library to write Telegram bots. And at the end of this, we are gonna push this code to Heroku for using the code live, for instance, because we need the bot to be alive all the time, right? So that it makes passive income all the time. So that's what we are gonna do today. And for this, we are gonna use Python as before. So let's get into it. First thing that you should do is to head to Binance.com and log in or register. And after you verify your account, you can get your API key, which is used for connecting to your account and basically do algorithmic trading or something like that. For this, we need security verification, which is done with Authenticator application. I use this because it's more secure. And let's do that and get back to what you are gonna do. Okay, I got in. Now we need to go to our account, API management section, and in here you can see all the APIs that you have, or if you don't, you can create new one. And as you can see, I already have one, or I can create a new API, which I'm gonna do now. You can just call it whatever you want. For instance, I don't know, daddy or something. It doesn't matter actually. And you need to do these verifications so that you get into your account, and another time you should do verification. So as you can see, it's not easy, and actually you shouldn't give this information to anybody. And the API key, I mean the secret key that you will get from here. Now that we got our API key, as you can see here, we need these two, and basically we are gonna use a library that is developed to use the trading bots in here. And if you want to edit restrictions, you can do it here. For trading or algorithmic trading, you need to change the settings or restrictions. For instance, enable spot and margin trading right here, because if you don't, the bot actually can't work. This is basically because of the security reasons, right? If someone gets this API key, they can actually trade in your account, and you don't want that. And also you don't want to enable withdraw, because if someone gets this API key, they actually can withdraw your money. So you don't want that. For now, we just need to enable reading one, and that's basically enabled by default. So that's it here for this section, and we are gonna go to botfather, which is the Telegram godfather of bots actually. Let's do that. All right, we are here. As you can see, the ID is @botfather, and if you search this one in the search section of the Telegram, you can find the botfather. Actually, for creating new Telegram bots, you need to first come here and select this command, which is // or something, new bot. And if you click on that, you can see that it will guide you through creating a new bot. and it will say, all right, a new bot, how are we going to call it? Or please choose a name for your bot, basically. And it doesn't matter for the purpose of this tutorial. I'm just gonna call it something crazy, some trading like G, for instance. Doesn't matter. Let's do it. Okay, it says good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot, basically. Like this, for example, Tetris bot or Tetris underline bot. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna copy the thing that I wrote here and add the bot at the end of it. And it says done. Congratulations on your new bot. And as you can see, we will get a HTTP API for this bot. Basically, this means that you can access your bot with this API key and read all the messages, change the messages, or send new messages. And basically all the things that you can do in Telegram can be controlled with this API key. So if someone gets this API key, they can control your bot. So don't actually give it away. That's it. Now we are done here. We are gonna go back to, actually we are gonna go coding now. Okay, as before, we are going to have a requirements.txt file which will install all the requirements for us. And in this project, I'm using python-telegram-bot, which is a library for us to interact with the Telegram bots, which makes it really easy to work with. The other one is request, which almost all the time I require it. And the other one is this one, which is really important, Python-Binance, which makes it really simple to work with Binance API. And basically you can do all the things by yourself, or write all the code by yourself, or use this library, which makes it really easier to work with Binance. And also the other one is matplotlib, basically because I'm gonna do some processing or something and send it to user and potentially make some money out of it, basically. And the other one is pandas. Basically this is used for, we are gonna see what's used for in my code. So let's go to the code. As you can see, I just imported all the packages here. The IO is actually needed because we need to, how can I put it? Like, I'm sending the picture with matplotlib to user. So like the figure, okay, and figure can't be saved on Heroku. So I need to use IO for that. And actually, you're gonna see what that is doing. The Binance is actually obvious why we are using it. Datetime is used for selecting some dates to get the historical data from Binance. The other one is matplotlib, and this is used for plotting or showing some information on the figures and stuff. And the other one is pandas and Telegram itself, which is used to write the bot. Okay, and okay, so that's it. You can just ignore these parts are for logging some errors and stuff and some information about the bot. And the important part is this one, which is a command, which actually those commands that we saw in the bot fodder is the same as the one that we have here. Basically, if they write /start, something would happen in our bot, okay? And the other one is help command, and that is basically this command right here. And if they write, the user writes /help, something would happen in our bot. These two actually don't do anything really important. The important thing is this one, get BTC USDT. Basically, I'm getting the historical data of BTC against USDT information from Binance and showing them on a figure or a plot. And for that, we need the API key that we got from Binance, and we are gonna put it here, the Binance API key, and also the secret key that was below the API key that we saw in the Binance section, API key section. And we are gonna create a client. Basically, this is Binance client, which will interact with the API of Binance. And this one is actually will turn Unix to data, which is not really, it is important to be here, but you don't need to actually get into it to see what's doing. Basically, it's turning the date time to Unix or changing it from date to Unix or Unix to date time. Basically, that's what's doing. And these two functions are required for selecting the 7 days before, for instance, right here. And it will get us the historical data of 7 days before what's going on in the BTC USDT. And the crypto that we are going to use is BTC USDT. And this line of code is basically gonna select all the candles in these 7 days that we have and put them in this parameter or variable. And the values are gonna be in this one. Basically, it will select all the K-lons and go through them with a loop and put them inside that function, change them and do some processing and get the values for us. The other one is the data frame that we are going to get from pandas. Basically, this data frame consists of the DS and Y. Actually, the columns that we are going to use are these two. I recommend you get the values and print them to see what these values are and get an idea of the values that Binance API is providing us. Actually, you can see all the documentation of Binance and see what you can do with it. Right here, I'm just getting some information from Binance because I want it to be simple and you get the idea what I'm doing. But if you want to write a Binance really great trading bot with some strategies that does really good and basically implement some machine learning algorithms in it, you can do it with this line of code that I wrote here. Just get the data frame, do your machine learning stuff, get the model, and just use that model in here. Basically, I'm just showing some information to the user. And if you want to make money, actually make money, you should provide some value to your end user, right? Basically, they are paying you to give them something, and you can just give the Binance information to them. I guess it's not even legal to do that. So you should do some processing and actually maybe for instance, there are some of these signal providers out there that are writing bots for providing signals, and you can do that and sell the information with, for instance, Stripe on Telegram. Basically, Telegram is doing a great job with this merchandise and stuff that they are doing, and basically you just can connect your bot to Stripe. But the thing is, actually, when you're working with crypto or financial markets in general, it's really hard for you to get what do you call it, the verification or something from Telegram, because they are not really good with these kind of businesses, and because it's new and they are adapting to it. But basically, this can be used for money laundering, right? And I'm not saying that it can. You get the idea. So yeah, be careful with it. Actually, they won't allow it, so it doesn't matter actually. And at the end, I'm gonna send the message with this update message that reply with a photo, or you can just reply with the text or get the URL of the image. But you can't do it on Heroku. So that's why I'm using this io.bytes.io, because the image can't be saved on Heroku, or it can be saved, but it can't be saved for a long time. So basically that's what these lines of codes are doing. And at the end, we have the main function, which will have our updater. And in this updater, you're gonna paste the Telegram API key that we got from Telegram, as you remember. And then we have a dispatcher, which will just start the updater and something, doesn't matter. These three actually matter for us. One of them is the start command, the other one is help command, the last one is BTC command. So if someone writes /BTC, the plot that we generated here will be shown. Isn't that great? And at the end, we are going to start pulling the updater, and at the end, it's just an idle. This was the code, and let's test it out to see what happens. Okay, for starting it, you just need to right click on it and just run the code, and it will run the code for us like this, and it will like print out a warning, I guess. Yeah, there we go. And if we go back to our bot, and if we click on it and press start, you will see that it will respond to us. And if we, like for instance, write /BTC, it will generate the figure or plot for us and send it to us. Isn't that great? So this information is basically from Binance API, and Telegram bot is showing that information. And here you can create some buttons or some commands to interact with like Binance API and sell that to your users. So this would be a really good way of like making money with Binance API, but that information should be valuable. For instance, I don't know, I try to like sell historical data, but they actually provide the historical data, so you don't need to sell it. Basically, you just can download it from their website, and that they did this because they don't want you to do these kind of things, basically, because if you want to get all the historical data, that would be an overload for their API, and they don't want that. So you shouldn't do it basically. But you can get the historical data, like train your model, and basically after training it, you can use it on your Telegram bot and sell the signals to your users. That's really good. And at the end, I'm going to push the code to Heroku, and I'm going to show you how we can do it so that the bot be alive all the time and you use it all the time, even without running it on like PyCharm or any other editors out there. So let's do that. Okay, let's continue. So for pushing the code to Heroku, we just need to create a new app on Heroku and follow their instructions basically. And I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna just call it something crazy because I don't care actually. Here, Binance. It's not here basically. Saeid. Okay. So here we can see that if you have installed the Heroku CLI, you would just log into your Heroku, then like cd to your project, and then start Git, and after that just remove to your Git account and create some repository, and then commit it, add all your files, and push your code to Heroku master branch. And actually that's really easy basically, because all you need to do is to follow their instructions, just copy all this code, and basically, yeah, let's do it. Let me show you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna stop the code, go to terminal, start Heroku. Before we continue, I just need to mention that we need this file called proc file or pros file something, and inside that we need to write web python 3 bot.py, or in here it's gonna be Binance. Oh my god, I'm writing Binance so many times wrong. Okay, this would be our .py file, which is this one right here basically. And after doing that, you need to save file, and after doing that you can continue with your terminal thing that we have going on. Just click key, login. Okay, it's logged in. You can go back, it's logged in, as you can see. All right, so then all you have to do is to follow their instructions. We already are in that project directory, so I'm gonna go to the next. I'm gonna write git init, And you can actually exclude some of your files here, but I'm not gonna do that. And the next one is Heroku git remote dash a Binance API site. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Now we are gonna add all our files to Git repository. This will take a while, I guess, because I'm not excluding anything and it's just adding everything in my project. I'm gonna commit the changes. This will take a while too, so I'm just gonna go copy the other one and come back.
One eternity later.
You can just write start, come back with something, and if you write BTC, it will print out the chart for us, and this is it. So now our bot is live and anyone can access it, and like if you guys go to this bot right here, you will test this bot, and like there's another command called help, and actually it doesn't do anything basically, but if I wanted to, I can add something and it will do anything, like something like, yeah, it prints help for us. Thank you so much for your help. And this is it. And thank you for watching. Please smash the subscribe button and also the like button, and see you next time.